Wonder Woman? Yeah, they call her that because I be wondering where that woman is. Sorry, I dropped something, so I'm gonna pick that up now. I got it. It's my lasso of truth. Hey guys, just want you to know that was all improv, okay? Whoa, I'm a little bit of a comedian. Wonder Woman. That's what we're here to talk about today. And I'm excited about that. With the new Superman movie coming out, I've just been thinking about Batman and Wonder Woman. And Superman's awesome. The new movie is awesome. We'll talk about that more after Fantastic Four comes out. Superman was so good, and I have so much hope that going forward, these characters are going to be adapted well, or at least comics accurate, which is really all we can ask for in a day and age where they dole down superhero media so much when what we want is the fantastical, bright colors. And when I say we, I mean me and the crew I run with. It's hard being a fan of all of the DC Trinity, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, because only two of them ever get any love. And quite frankly, one of them gets way more love than everyone else. I'm Batman. That's your that's your hint if you didn't know which one. It makes sense. You know what I mean? Like the most successful characters are gonna get the most things. The problem with Wonder Woman and the difference between Wonder Woman and Superman is that Wonder Woman is genuinely an almost untapped well of potential, whereas Superman's like been done. It just hasn't always been good. And some of you might be like, okay, so you're yapping that yap, but is this even true? Be so for real. Where are the numbers? Where are the numbers? Oh. Guys, sometimes I'm filming a video and I just do things, and then I'm like, if I leave that in, that's on the internet forever. But if I don't leave that in, will the video be entertaining? For the most part, these should be very reliable because I literally, literally was hop, skipping, and jumping to get around that AI. Batman has 3 live-action TV shows, 13 plus live action movies, 20 plus animated movies, and 6 animated TV shows. Superman has 5 live action TV shows, 7 live action movies, 14 plus animated movies, and 8 animated TV shows. Wonder Woman has 1 live action TV show, The Linda Carter Show, 3 live action movies, 4 animated movies, and 2 animated TV shows. Yet she's the third member of the Trinity. Make it make sense. It's so frustrating because there is so much potential for this character, for her universe, for Themyscira, for her rogues gallery, yet they do nothing with her. And I have complete hope after seeing Superman that James Gunn and this new DC universe is going to do something with her, but it's just like, why is she the last member of the Trinity we're getting when she's the one who's constantly put on the back burner? I'm sure DC was like, you need to get Batman in here stat. I don't blame James Gunn. Something that you see a lot of people talk about when they talk about Wonder Woman and how she's been constantly sidelined for other generally male characters is Harley Quinn. Now, after the Suicide Squad movie in like 2016, I think, Harley Quinn skyrocketed in popularity. She had already been growing more and more popular ever since her introduction in Batman the Animated Series. By this point in time, it just burst open. Margot Robbie did an amazing job with that character. I actually love her portrayal of it the most. It's my favorite version of the character. Sorry to those who disagree. Then after that, what we saw happen was Harley Quinn get pushed to be kind of a essential pillar of DC. The narrative that was running was that only one female character and one woman could kind of have that level of spotlight in DC. Whereas, like, everyone that's actual fans was like, we love Harley Quinn. I think DC is really realizing that Harley Quinn is not meant to be one of their pillar characters, though they kind of were trying to push her there for a while, but they're realizing that she's actually their Deadpool. And that's great. But she's not taking Wonder Woman's spot in a DC Trinity. Also, I'm sorry, your Trinity characters aren't villains. Harley Quinn is a great character, but most of the time half of the time, I guess, she's a villain. And pillar characters that represent your universe are also supposed to have like pillar morals for your fans. Like being a good person is so important, and the morality of saving people is super important to the characters that we are uplifting on a pedestal. Now, I do think the whole Harley Quinn complaint and comparison is a little bit overdrawn. Maybe I'm biased because I like that character so much. It is insane that she has 5 seasons of an animated TV show, and Wonder Woman doesn't have a single animated show about her. Why not? Like she has the lore, she has the villains. Oh, she has the villains. Her rogues gallery is so slept on. Cheetah, Cersei, Ares, Giganta. It's awesome. Those characters are awesome. All of them have huge potential. I am such a big Cheetah fan. I need James Gunn to get that character in pronto, and I need him to do the Legion of Doom. I love the Legion of Doom. James Gunn, please, please give me Legion of Doom led by Lex Luthor with like Cheetah and Gorilla Grodd. I know the Joker's in it sometimes. I actually don't think that's the strongest choice.
Just because the nature of the Joker, especially like the truth of who he is, being so sadistic and horrible, I don't think he works with the kind of like we want to rule the world type villain group. Sorry to say.
I think it'd be really cool to have like Poison Ivy as the Batman villain. She seems a little bit more in line with that. And also, I hate it when the Legion of Doom is popping up and they're like, here's all these characters, and then Cheetah, who's underdeveloped, but she's the only female character, and that's what makes her special. Don't be doing that trope to me. And don't do that to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is not great because she's a female character. She's great because of the duality of her character being a warrior, but being so deeply empathetic and kind and being so rooted in truth. It's just like, wow, wow. I love everything that her character stands for, and I think it is super important and a great message to be promoting to today's audience. I mean, we don't see movies that are promoting such a positive message like Superman does. And it's so hard because it's like, okay, I love movies that talk about real hard issues. Love it, love it, love it. But at the end of the day, we can't be constantly feeding ourselves darkness and expect light to come out of that. We need to be taking in media and championing characters who are actually valuable and have substance to them. Now, I also feel like I can't talk about Wonder Woman without talking about Black Widow because notoriously a Marvel executive said, we are not making a Black Widow movie because female superheroes don't sell. The attitude of the studio is that we don't want to give female characters these movies. So then why would they ever, with that attitude, expect fans to champion them? Imagine if a studio got excitedly behind a project for Wonder Woman, or if they made the Black Widow movie at the time they should have, Black Widow. How powerful and exciting and fan driven the momentum could have been for a project like that. I can tell when that studio doesn't want to get behind something. It's very clear to us as fans and as audience members and as comic book fans that sometimes they don't have faith in something. They don't have faith in a property, and you can't expect your fan base to champion something that you won't even go to battle for. Now, the DC Wonder Woman movies we already have are okay. I can't talk about them without talking about the elephant in the room, Miss Gal Gadot.
Kalel, no!
We just don't need Gal Gadot in these. It wasn't the right casting ever, even though she was good in the first Wonder Woman. We need someone to play Wonder Woman who can embody that duality that I already talked about of being a warrior, but also being so deeply empathetic and not sacrificing any fierceness for that empathy. It's such a powerful message to hear that you don't have to sacrifice your assertiveness and your power to also be kind. And that is literally huge. The movies outside of her were fine. The first one, hey, is a good movie, but I would actually say, as someone who has went back and rewatched that quite a bit, I think it doesn't hold up as good as it was at the time. Like, there are parts of it I find very boring going back and watching it. Wonder Woman 1984 did kind of taint the value of the original one, unfortunately. Though there were a lot of really good ideas in Wonder Woman 1984, which is a hill I'll die on. I'm so glad, even though it was literally one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, that we got a cheetah adaptation. I also love Kristen Wiig, so that's probably like biased. Like, whereas I would have just viewed it as horrible, now I view it as horrible. But oh, it's Kristen Wiig, so that makes sense. The last thing I want to touch on in this video is some casting ideas for Wonder Woman in James Gunn's DCU. First of all, I love casting. My favorite type of YouTube videos to make are like fan casting videos. So, who would I cast as Wonder Woman in James Gunn's DCU? Popular ones are May Calloway from Moon Knight. She would be really good in the role, and I do think that they should absolutely let her in that room to do reads for it because she has a really good physical presence from Moon Knight, and she also has like curly hair, which I love, love, love. I think that would be so cool to have a Wonder Woman with curly hair like she has had in many iterations. Beyond her, Adria Rona is by far the most popular choice. She was in Andor. You might have seen her in that. She's in tons of other things too, though. I think that she will probably get the role. Okay, sorry, my storage ran out. But yeah, Adria Rona has a really good look for this. I have seen a lot of people express that they would really love for Wonder Woman to be played by a non-white actress, and I agree. She's supposed to be Greek, technically, I think, because of her mythology history, so that would be awesome. But I also don't think it matters. She's been represented a lot of ways, so I really think anyone could play her as long as they have the right look. A lot of people have also really expressed that they would really love someone who's tall because a lot of times Wonder Woman is depicted as the largest of all three of the DC Trinity. So because of that, a lot of people have thought that Elizabeth Debicki would be really good. She's also friends with James Gunn. She is like I I'm gonna say something and it might be completely wrong. I think she's 6'4". I might have just lied. She might be like just 6 foot tall, and I might have just lied about that. But she is a really good actress. My problem is I do not see her as Wonder Woman at all. I understand that she has the height, but people are putting Elizabeth Debicki on this list based off of solely on her height, and she's not right for the character. And the thing is that I know her acting. She's more than a good enough actress that she could 100% come into the character and pull it off, but she doesn't have the right look, and no height makes up for that. Now, my favorite choice by far has always been Melissa Barrera. She is such a good actress with action and like physicality. She's in the Scream movies. She was in that movie Abigail. So good in both of those. After the first Scream movie she was in, people complained that she wasn't a good actress, and she took that to heart and she like got better. And in the next one, she was giving performance, which is so exciting to see that she is an actress that is willing to rise to the challenges that fans give her and that wants to grow. She was fired from Scream because of a conflict. I don't exactly remember what it was about, but it was unjust, and she deserves a chance to be pushed back into the spotlight. And I think that this role would be awesome, awesome for her. But many people have pointed out that she would play a great Donna Troy, and that is who I actually think she should be cast as. Also, someone who I've never heard said before, but I thought could maybe be good and should at least be let in the room to do reads if she wants to is Monica Barbaro. I think that she is a rising star in my opinion, and I just let her in the room to read. I don't have much more to say about her. I could talk about this for days and days and hours, which you can probably tell because I've just been yapping for however many minutes. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you something to think about at the very least. And beyond that, it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe and like this video and leave a comment. Who do you want to play Wonder Woman? What do you want to see from her in the DCU? Are there like stories you want adapted, like, costumes you want adapted? any of those things, leave it down below. I love to hear from you. And hey, I hope you have a great week. I hope that there are birds singing in your wake and that flowers bloom under your footprint. What am I talking about? Bye, guys.